Welcome back to Making with Miss Dobras. Let's get right into it. Let's start with a mindful moment. I'm going to do the seated one today. We'll try that. So we're going to do 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth with our, follow me. Ready? In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, waterfall your fingers down. All right, that's our mindful moment. I do it in class when I have you in person, but I think it's a good way to center yourself before you do art so that you can be calm. This week we're exploring paper folding, and you have to make really nice, calm folds. And origami and paper crafting and paper folding all happen when you're being calm and you're being focused. So one thing I love to do with paper is to make things that fly, like paper airplanes. So first we're going to learn how to make a paper airplane. I bet some of you already know how to make one. So we're going to do one that's more of a beginner one, like this. And then I'm also going to put some links to more advanced paper airplanes. And like all good makers and designers, once we make our airplane, we have to go test it out. But safety first. Please do not throw this ever at someone, a person. Never throw it at someone's face or body. That's very unsafe. Okay, so here is our next paper airplane project, and it's a non-traditional airplane. It's called a circle glider, and we're going to explore different kinds of flying airplanes or flying gliders that you can make out of paper. So this one's really cool. It doesn't look like a paper airplane, does it? Let's try it out. Let's make one and see if it works. All right, for this one, you need a piece of paper, and you need some scissors, and you need some tape, okay? So first things first, we need a square piece of paper for this project. So this is a regular rectangular piece. I've been showing you a lot how to do this. You take the corner, you fold it over to the end, and this is to change a rectangular piece of paper into a square, all right? And then you just cut off that extra edge right here. So if you have square paper already, you don't have to do this step, but most paper comes rectangular. Now you could save this for another project. All right, so here is your square piece of paper, and you need to do exactly what it was already done. You have to fold it in half diagonally. So you take this point, and you fold it to the other point, and you hold it, you match it up, and then I like to run my finger back, and then I like to run my fingers both out, okay? Now look, my fold is a little off, so I'm going to redo it. And that's okay. That happens all the time. You want to try to match up those points, and then you want to just get a nice, good fold. And this takes practice, okay? And that's why we're doing this. We're practicing folding paper. Okay, so for this one, we're going to take this long edge right here, and we're just going to fold it over. And we're just going to fold it over about 1/2 of an inch. It doesn't matter how much, but just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. We're going to fold it over, and then we're going to fold it over again. All right? We're going to fold it over again. Now, that's all we do. And now we're going to attach these two together. And we're probably going to use a little piece of tape. But I want you to notice there's a little teeny pocket right in this edge. On both sides, there's like a little pocket. And if you take a pencil, you can find that pocket. You see that? There we go. And I'm going to try to stick this point in the pocket. It's not that hard, actually. And then I have this little thing sticking up, and I should be able to just kind of tuck that in. So this project is really cool because you don't even need tape. Like this is done right here. But sometimes I'll put a little piece of tape on it just so it stays together. But if you don't have tape, it's not a big deal. You just put a little piece of tape. Now this is what I call a circular glider. Isn't that cool? Looks cool. Now, in order for this to glide, you have to hold it from this side and you drop it. You don't really throw it, you drop it and it glides around. So if you have a staircase, or even if you stand on a chair or somewhere a little higher, and it can glide down, it'll catch the wind and glide. So this is something I want you to test out. Test out your glider, okay? And if you are going to stand on a chair, please have a parent or an adult or an older brother or sister with you, okay? Let's safety first. Let's not do anything. So today we're going to learn how to make a double circle glider. It's not really an airplane, but it glides like an airplane, and it's a really cool one to make. So today you need paper, and you need scissors, and a little bit of tape, and sometimes you might need a pencil. So first things first, we are going to cut an edge off of this. So I'm actually going to use a ruler, but you don't have to use a ruler. I'm just going to draw a line there. But you can also estimate. This is about 2 inches, all right? And then I'm going to cut this off, 2 inches. It's okay if it's 2.5. It's okay if it's 3 inches. But, all right? There we go. Now, I'm going to take this piece of paper, and I'm going to cut off about 2 inches of this one. When I say about, that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to use a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use any edge, like a book, or you can just kind of eyeball it and cut off a piece. All right, so you see how one is long and one is short, but they're about the same width, okay? All right. So if you really want to be perfect, it's about 2 inches wide. Each one's about 2 inches wide. And this one is 11 inches wide. And this one is about 6 inches wide. But they will work in any, if they're a little bit off. Okay, and now this one, we're going to make a paper straw with this piece of paper right here. So watch this. I'm going to take a pencil in here. And I'm going to roll it up. And I'm not going to roll it too tight because I want to get that pencil out when I'm done. And when I'm done, I'm going to take a piece of tape. And tape can be hard to get off, so you might want to have someone help you. And then I'm going to take that pencil out. Do you see how I made a straw here? Or a paper straw? And then I'm going to put a little more tape. Put a little more tape on this just to keep the paper down, okay? And if you have a paper straw at home or a regular straw, you might just use a straw instead. So there's my paper. And now I'm going to bring these back, all right? So I am going to find my glue stick. Really, you can use a glue stick or a piece of tape. And I'm going to put glue on one edge, and I'm going to roll it together and make a circle. You see how I did that? Now you can use glue or tape, but glue works fine. All right. There's one. And now I'm going to do it with this one. So I'm going to put some glue on the edge, and I'm going to hold it for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm pressing it while I counted to 10 to make sure it's glued. So now look at this. We have a paper straw that we made. We have one smaller circle and we have one bigger circle. Now, of course, I'm going to put my glue away because I don't want it to dry out. So I'm going to wind it down and then I'm going to put the lid on, okay? Always take care of your supplies. All right, now we are going to tape this like this, and this is going to be our glider. So you're going to need a little piece of tape in here, and you might need a little help with this one, but you're basically going to tape it in there, and you're going to tape, here, let me turn it so you can see. Sometimes it's easier to put the tape on first, and then you put it in there, and you just press it down. Okay? That's probably the easiest way. Now, this is what yours should look like. You see how there's a big circle and then there's a smaller circle? So we're making a type of glider, and we're going to throw it like a paper airplane and see if it goes. All right? So let's go test it. I hope it works. Okay, makers, so here's the fun part. Now we get to try out our design. So let's try it out. Remember, safety first. Okay, here's my paper airplane. Oh yeah, awesome. Okay, I'm going to try this one. You hold it by the point for this one. Let's see. Ooh, that one did okay. Okay, and then finally, this is kind of my favorite one. Watch this one. Yeah. All right, have fun. Be safe. So makers, I wore my Exploratorium shirt today because this is a hands-on science museum in San Francisco that I've spent a lot of time at, and I've learned some stuff from them. And they basically taught me a lot about what it means to tinker. And in our class, we do a lot of projects where we tinker, we play around with them, we explore, we problem solve, we figure out little different ways, things that aren't working, and we try to solve them. We prototype, we try different ideas. And we iterate. We do the same thing over and over again and try it out in different ways. So in my class, we talk a lot about maker mindset. And we have a little chant that we do. And I always attach it to the end of my video. So if you look at the end of the video, usually the maker mindset is there. And there's some words in there that we say. We say, we tinker, we take apart, and we explore. We prototype, we iterate, we problem solve, and more. So that part of the maker mindset has a lot to do with a project like this. You take a simple material like a piece of paper, but then you start designing in different ways, and then you have to prototype and try out new ideas and problem solve, and then you come back and you revise your design and you change it and you make it better. So I hope you have fun with this project. This is a true making project. Make something that flies, and then try to make something different that flies, and try to make something better that flies. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find all kinds of ways to do it. And you know what? You might have a better idea than these. You might invent the best thing to fly. So go for it. All right. Have fun with it, and I'll see you next time.